Okay. Hey, Instagram. How are you guys? Happy Sunday. I am just waiting for Facebook to catch up to you. So here we go. I believe Facebook is starting. I think we're live in Facebook. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Ayana, your transformation health coach. And if you're new to watching me, or you're not really sure what a transformation health coach is, what I do is I help people who are feeling overwhelmed and stuck with their healthy habits or weight loss. I help them learn how to transform their relationship to food, to exercise, but most importantly to themselves. Because after all, it's that transformation of self that makes all of our goals possible and able to happen. And it's how I lost 50 pounds and have helped other people do the same thing too. So if you know you need support with that, definitely hit me up for a free session because I'm very excited. I'm starting group coaching in about a couple of weeks here. So we only have 3 slots left for group coaching. So you're going to want to get on. It's about half the price of one-on-one coaching. So come join us. It's going to be awesome and wonderful and very transformative. So today I am talking about time blocking for your health goals. And I love, love, love this topic because it is something that helped to transform the way that I schedule my time. And first of all, before we jump into that though, let me just apologize for the room being a hot mess and a disaster. And also for me coming a little bit late, I had some technical difficulties. Facebook sometimes just doesn't like me. So I try my best, and sometimes Facebook doesn't like me still, but it's all right. We're here and we're making it happen. So I'm really excited to talk about this tool. And this is a tool that, if you are, having a hard time accomplishing any type of goal, especially health goals, we are going to be working on exactly this type of thing, making time for yourself and learning how to make everything fit into your schedule. Okay. And so before we jump into that, I just want to share my screen real quick because I'm very excited. Yesterday we had the vision board party. Woohoo! It was awesome. It was awesome, Facebook and YouTube. It was awesome, Instagram. And so if you missed it, I'm sorry. I only do one annually, but thank you so much to all of the people who joined us digitally. And a special thanks to Jolie, who is a powerful physical trainer. Her you can find her at Zara Fitness. She helped me co-host the event, and it was really powerful. And we came together virtually and did vision boards, which I thought we couldn't do, but we made it happen. So shout out to everyone. And I just want to share my screen very briefly because I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a couple of photos that we came away with. So here we go. So just a group picture of everyone before we move into. Oh wait, here we go. Got to share my screen. Okay, so here is a picture of everyone getting their group picture on. It was so awesome and amazing. And I'm sorry, on Instagram you won't be able to see this, but it is really powerful and amazing. We had a great time. And as I get more pictures of the vision boards when they're complete, I will be sharing those on social media. So stay tuned for those. And I will also share my own vision board tomorrow on Motivation Monday. So stay tuned for that. All right. So in any event, going back to time blocking. Now, again, if you are someone, as I mentioned before, you struggle with time, okay? Me, that is my life, okay? I have always said that I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough time to do that. And then when I heard about time blocking from this woman named Jordan Page, who is really powerful, she is kind of like this, she's a productivity and budgeting expert, kind of like a family expert, just like a lifestyle expert. And she, put out this video on YouTube about time blocking that is really amazing. And it's all about how to organize your day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a tool. Oh, I'm going to show you by sharing my screen to show you how exactly you can use time blocking to get more done in your days and more done in your weeks. It's a way of thinking of your time in a more productive way. So, some people who are more productive than I was might already be doing a variation of this. And so let me go ahead and share my screen to show you exactly what it is, because when I learned about this, it changed my whole life. And so, for a lot of people who are like, well, how are you able to manage, like teaching and business and the kids? The biggest myth sometimes is that we get it all done, right? How do we get it all done? The short answer is I don't, right? I, like everyone else, I have to prioritize. I have to pick and choose. what is, most important. There are some things that do fall through the cracks, but because of this method, I am able to prioritize the things that are most important. And so I highly encourage you, if you're in Facebook, there is a link, Facebook or YouTube, there's a link for Jordan Page's video. And so you can click on that so you can learn more. You can sign up to get an actual resource. She has this free resource you can use that helps you time block, and you can use that. And if you're on Instagram, you can check out the video on YouTube where you can see me sharing my screen. I'm on Zoom, and so it only allows me to share my screen to one social media site. So I apologize to Instagram. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to share my screen with you guys so I can show you a little bit of how it works. Okay, so first things first here. Oh, one other thing I should mention before I share my screen is this. So time blocking can be used in a variety of different ways. It can be used for our weeks and it can be used for our days. I'm going to start with showing you how it can be used for your day. And then if I can, actually, let's do the week actually. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can time block in a week. And the printout that you're going to see right now is I like to use I have a printer that I order from the Strange and Charmed shop. It's a woman online named Alexis Trenchcoat. She's just really another productivity person, and I really like her digital planners because I can print out the pages that I want to use and not all of them. Hi, thanks for watching. So this is her page, and if you're on Instagram, you can go back and check out on YouTube later so that you can see the screen sharing that's going on right now. So this page this is a weekly page, and this is something that allows me to plan out my week. But one of the things that I love about it is that it can help you time block. So for example, as somebody who has a lot going on, and so many of us do, we're responsible for so much. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming. So what I like to do is I like to, I sit down kind of at the beginning of every month or so, just kind of evaluate what my schedule looks like. And I also tend to think about like what days are better for me to have certain activities. So in my business, for example, there's certain work that I do, marketing, writing blogs, and if you don't have your own online business, it could be at work. It could be if you are a stay-at-home parent or a stay-at-home, someone who is working from home. This allows you to kind of craft how your week should best work. What activities work best for what days? What household chores work best for what days? So to give you the perfect example, on Mondays, I'd like to clean the bathroom. And I also like to do some marketing work. I like to figure out what my content plan is going to be for the week. And I like to kind of type it all up and put it in a scheduler. I also like to help my daughter with her homework around a certain time. And I know I have meetings at certain times, so I know what my capacity is to get things done. Mondays are days where I typically am a little bit more open and flexible, so I know that I can get done the most time-consuming things of my week. And so same thing, you go through your week and your days and you really try to think through, what does your normal schedule look like and what can I get done here? So if you're doing this for health goals, right, you can also think about, I'll show you that for me, during my week, it's a little bit too crazy for meal planning. So I like to meal plan on Sundays. Our family tends to go grocery shopping on Saturdays and on Sundays. So on Saturdays, I know that I need to kind of plan and prep my meals and organize things. And on Sunday is when we tend to go grocery shopping as a family, okay? So you go through your week and you really try to figure out, what goals do I have? What are the most important things to me? Is it business? Is it my professional goals? Are they health goals? All of the above. Keeping the house clean, all right? We might have a number of different values, but when we're juggling them all in the air, it can feel overwhelming. So going through, really thinking strategically, what days are the best for me to get certain things done and which days aren't, writing out. So I'd recommend even just writing out a list of things that you need to get done every week. And then also too, then there's my child. Speaking of like scheduling your time, right? So you want to really think through, that's so funny that she just came in here and interrupted. But there you go.
What's so funny?
So you go ahead. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. So what you want to do is, there you go. It's real life. So you go ahead and you try to figure out which days are best for doing which activities, okay? And then what you then do is you want to time block your days. Okay. So you use the same principle. So one of the things that Jordan Page said in this video, and I absolutely recommend you check it out, is that, sometimes we really, we have a to-do list of things we have to get done in a certain day. We might have like 15 things on our list that day. We might have like 3 things, but sometimes it can be really hard to prioritize what gets done when. So what we can do is we can go through our days and kind of give them a basic structure, especially for so many of us who are working from home right now. This is really key, right? So we go through and we can say to ourselves, okay, so if you're sharing your screen with me, you'll see that I have this, you'll see this, the daily schedule in front of you. So what are my top 3 priorities for the day? What is, what time do I have to start working? What time do I have to be responsible for other people? What time do I have to wake up my kids? And so what can I get done? And so for me, I started waking up at 5 in the morning because I have a lot going on. You may not have to do that, and that's perfectly okay. But I started waking up 30 minutes to an hour earlier than I usually did because because it allows me to really get done those most important priorities that I have. So for me, from 5 a.m. till about 7 a.m. is my morning block before everyone else wakes up. I usually use that time to do work for my business, to do work for teaching. That is time that my brain, believe it or not, is functioning better. And so I use that time to be to really focus on tasks that I want to knock out early. So the things that might be a little bit more challenging, the things that I might be more resistant to doing. And then what's really powerful about starting my day with those things is that I knock them out and I feel good about myself, right? I feel like I've gotten the 2 or 3 most important things done that day. And just in case the whole rest of the day goes to hell, I know I've taken care of those 2 to 3 things. So that's something that I do. Then at 7 o'clock to, well, it really depends on the day because on Mondays I have, the grandparents are helping with the kids, thank goodness. On Tuesdays, the kids are with us. So if it's a day where, the kids are going to their grandparents, from 7 to about 8:15 or so is kid time and kid drop off, waking them up and all of that. And we have a good routine, affirmations, and it's a lot of fun. I drop them off, I come back home, I eat breakfast, and then I start getting into my workflow. Okay. So this is kind of like, so I have, some time here and I like to give myself a little bit of free time to eat, to have breakfast. And then at 9 o'clock, I get started back on work and teaching. Okay. So from 9 o'clock to 11:30 or so, I'm teaching a solid block. And then 11:30 to 12:30, I take a break. I take an hour-long break and I force myself to have an hour-long lunch break. Now, if you don't have control over your lunch break because of your work dynamic, and the reason that I have an hour-long work break is because we're teaching from home right now. When I go back to the classroom, it'll be 40 minutes. So whatever your lunch break is, make sure you take full advantage of that. And I force myself to do nothing. It is self-care time. I'm not doing anything else. Oh, I forgot to say here, my morning block, I forgot the 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. I also exercise during that time. So that's when I exercise. So all of those things that I might be more resistant to later in the day, I get them done early. So I give myself a lunch break. And then, coming back at 12:30 till about 2:30 or so, I do more work. Okay. So I'm getting a good 5 hours or, 5 hours of work in each, in that time, in that day. And then from 2:30 till about 3:30, I go for a walk. So again, there's self-care built into that. Okay. And I hate to say it, but if you're not a morning person, you may want to start trying it out. I wasn't really a huge morning person, but I found that this really helped me, get more self-care in time for myself. And then for me, for my purposes, I have a lot of home stuff to do. We got kids and it's dirty, it's a hot mess, there's bills, there's a lot to do. So from 3:30, from 3:15 till about 3:30 or so is usually when I do some home stuff. Now, this is just a regular day, if there's no meetings, if there's none of that going on, and you want to kind of plan around for those regular meetings and regular appointments that you have that you can predict. But this, just having a loose guide to your day is going to be really exceptional. And then, the kids are back with us around between 4 and 4:45 or so, depending on who's picking them up. And, how long it takes us to get them away from grandparents because they're having fun over there. And then we come home and it's all about homework for a couple of hours. So from like, 4:45 to about 7:38, sometimes it's about homework. And and so it's all devoted to the kids. And then after that, I usually take a little break. If there's any leftover pressing work, housework or business work that needs to get done, I do it when my husband takes over with the kids for a couple of hours. Then we all do bedtime together. And then I attempt to have some time with my husband before I fall asleep. So you see, it's not perfect. And what's great about this is that it's ever evolving, right? You can collect data on how this goes. It doesn't have to be a perfection thing. It's not about setting a schedule for yourself that you beat yourself up for not meeting. It's just about collecting data on what's working and guidelines. So that way you don't have to sit around thinking, oh my God, what do I do with this time right now? I have so much to do. When should I make this happen? Okay. So it is, it gives you peace of mind. It allows you to think through these things beforehand so you don't get stuck overthinking these things when they happen and get stuck in that analysis paralysis that is so common for so many of us. And so that way you can make time for the things that are most important, for the meal planning, for the exercise, for the eating well, for structuring all of that into your week and in your day. Okay. So I'm curious, what resonated with you most in this video? I hope that you all, got something great out of it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And as I mentioned before too, if you know that this is something you struggle with, hit me up for a free breakthrough session. I'd love to support you. And as I mentioned before, group coaching starting in a couple of weeks. We only have 3 slots left and we are going to help you with exactly this. So if you're like, I don't know how to make all this happen, don't worry. There is help. There is help on the way. Okay. And you got this. All right, everyone. I hope you guys all have a wonderful start to your week. You got this, everyone. Bye. Bye, Instagram. Bye, Facebook. See ya.